was a recommendation left on my YouTube channel and we are playing Find the Blippis. So starting off round the city, I have broken up the video by location as they are in the game, and coming straight in we get a daily street gift which is 100 Blippi coins. So I do know that you can spend these in Blippi's wardrobe, so you can buy different outfit items for in the game using these coins. I'm not too sure where else you can purchase things. But coming straight into the map, so the first thing I do have to say is it's not a badge game. However, look at the calibre and the quality of this map, of the index characters. It is lovely. There is so much attention to detail. They are really high quality. Look at the movement that they brought to these characters. They're not static, they are full of life, which really does elevate the map for this game. I am really impressed with the map and the characters. So it does kind of override the fact that they haven't got badges, but it would be something that I would potentially turn on, especially as this game is rather easy. It would appeal to kind of the younger players of Roblox who may be fans of Blippi themselves and would like to take the badges forward. You also find eggs so you can hatch pets, but look at this. So even elements of the map are interactive, they make sounds, you can interact with them and play with them. It's really nice, I really like it. And this is where I sort of say it's accessible because you're just looking for stuff with glasses on it. But I do question where some of the Blippis are, because there are areas I think they could have put some in. So this area underneath the house here could have had, I don't know, carpenter or scientist. And my kids don't watch Blippi, so I don't know much about it. So I don't know if this is from sort of like, I think it's a YouTube series, isn't it? But I don't know if they do have sort of like a clubhouse or something like that that this is based off, or it's sort of a generic map, I'm not sure. And again, just showing off that interaction here with items in the house. So the only thing is that obviously when other people are interacting, it does make a load of noise for you in your game. But I think we can forgive that, given that they have added stuff like this in. So for a Find the game, I mean, I'm totally impressed. So it says here not to forget to like the game, but if I can ask if you do enjoy this video or any other from Judgment TV, if you won't forget to hit that like, drop me a comment, and most importantly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. See, again, we've got that lovely movement, they're not static. I just think that they're such great quality. See, why isn't there like bank teller Blippi or rich Blippi inside of the safe? The bank is empty, so it just seems a bit weird that you can come in here and there's nothing in here. Like, I was determined to try and find one. You know, you could have had bank manager Blippi. But again, like, I do feel like I'm in a city. This map is wonderful. We have Detective Blippi. That one's really nicely hidden there behind the building. So again, we've got another little red herring here going up the ladder. It doesn't lead to anything. I mean, superhero Blippi could have been up there, I don't know. You're building these areas for the map and then not using them. That's quite a nice feature, that most of the doors are shut apart from sort of one into the building of this style. I think potentially, like, it's a bit weird that sort of Blippi's sort of by himself. So maybe some NPCs, so it becomes sort of like a Where's Wally, or a Waldo for the American people who watch this channel. I don't know why they don't call him Wally and they call him Waldo. But yeah, if you had said NPCs in, it might just hide Blippi even more. You're looking for the one that's got the bow tie and the glasses and blue and orange. You do have some sort of little nice side quests, but they are super easy. So all of the objects that you need are sort of right next door or right nearby to the item. So going around the back, literally on top of this roof is where you'll find the ladder part that you need. So I would say that it is built for the audience that might watch Blippi, which is obviously younger children. But I think still for scavenger hunt enthusiasts, obviously this has been such a nice game to pass the time. I'm really glad that this one was recommended. I've just enjoyed it for the fact of looking around at such a high quality map with sort of the movement and the characters. Again, strangely, there wasn't that many in the hospital either. You could have had receptionist Blippi kind of greeting people here. And we've just kind of got this weird tower up to the roof where the doctor is. I mean, I don't know, maybe they're waiting for a helicopter to come in, I don't know, it just seemed a bit weird. This entrance to the sewer was lovely. We've got pixel Blippi. But then we come to the sewers and there's nothing here. I spent a while down here and it's like a little connected series of tunnels. Yet there's no Blippi in here. I'm like, why? Why would you spend so much time making sewers to not put anything in here? Neon Blippi, toxic Blippi, I don't know, sewer worker Blippi, plumber Blippi, anything could have come down into the sewers. It just was like a monumental waste of time. I mean, realistically, what items would you have in a sewer? Dirty old nappy Blippi, rat Blippi, used toilet paper Blippi, maybe the odd dead goldfish Blippi, alligator Blippi. So I'm not sure they'd be able to put any items down here, but certainly maybe get a character or two. See, again, look at that. You've got Zippy Blippi running around the map. I love that about this game. Advert Blippi. Put a truss up there and make that one. Or is it billboard? Billboard Blippi. They've built such a wonderful map and it's like it's really sort of underutilised for me. I'm sort of like so used to hard find the games. I'm like, could have put one there, could have put one there. So this is nice. So the index says for you to perform the magic tricks. So going inside the box, you drop down to find magicians. But why can't you do the same or teleport out of the hat to have rabbit Blippi? Or handkerchief Blippi? Again, we've got postman Blippi, that's nice, delivering the mail there to the house. You have got an NPC there, so they have started with what I said. I did see core maze and I was like, oh no. But in actual fact, you can go straight through the walls. There's not actually anything here in the corn maze, which was a bit weird. Apart from you need to get to this area here. You can't miss it. You can see the straw bales heading up. And this is to go ahead to get alien Blippi. But just look at the stylising of this map for the alien. It's lovely, like the little laser beam. It really does feel like those straw bales are being sucked into this spaceship. You've got a very professional looking Blippi in their suit, business Blippi, obviously heading off or going from the office. Just sort of near the dino dig area we have Vine Blippi. So as I said, you've got Blippi's closet, Blippi's wardrobe. So if you interact, you go into this nice little changing room, and this is where you can actually interact with it, but then you can buy certain things. So it's either Robux or it's Blippi coins. So here you can see kind of your Blippi hat, it's 500 coins. Obviously I want to stay dressed like Judgment TV, but if you want to have some fun, if you do like Blippi, that may be something you can have a go at. Again, we've got one of those little side quests to get an object before it grants us access. Why isn't there prisoner Blippi in there? Has it got too much sort of negative connotation for him to be in the prison cell? I suppose they might have to be careful what characters they do, given that obviously they are sort of children's entertainment. So when you see the green bus driving around, if you can get to the front door, this gives you the bus driver. And look, the driver door opens and there is bus driver Blippi. Again, like, this is the quality that I absolutely love about this game. That life, that movement, that interaction. So we have crane Blippi. Again, you don't have construction worker at the bottom. Really random one of spider Blippi. I suppose that is just in time for a Halloween costume. So as you can see, the blimp is making its way around the map as well, and it does actually cross with the crane, so this is where you can collect this one. And it's a blimpy. Those are the little funny play on words that I find really amusing. Very clever. You get a lovely aerial view of the map. You can potentially ride that all the way around if you want to. And then if you keep your eye on the sky, you will see a balloon floating around. So there is balloon Blippi. And again, this will cross with the crane, but it will cross with the back. Just getting stuck and then panicking I was going to have to wait. But luckily got down there just in time to collect balloon. And then the balloon will carry on floating around the map. And look, the crane moves as well. Not even the crane is static. I love it. So the pickaxe you will get from the DINO dig area, and again it's that nice little interaction to break through the wall to get builderman. Again, we've got some more interaction, so you can ring the bell if you want to. Shame it doesn't sort of then pop up with bell ringer Blippi. So just above reading Blippi, you will see tree Blippi in the trees. So how I got this is to climb the kind of conical tree to get onto the treetops. So you'll see reading Blippi there. Here is tree Blippi. I think it's more of a dance than hiding. Hiding, I'd sort of have their head poking out and looking around and then dropping back down again maybe. And then into the walled garden we have painted Blippi. And we have sunflower. So that's where it's really nice that you do have to keep your eyes peeled for those glasses or the bow tie on these different items. And the odd one out of the lamppost, I ran straight past that, didn't even see it. And again, whilst we were at the core maze, didn't even think to look down this far. So just past Candyland we can see some ladders, and this is where we're going to get Cowboy. I thought that would have gone nice in sort of a ranch. You could have had horse Blippi, I don't know, like different ranch related or farm related stuff. Moving on to the DINO dig area now. It's got a very kind of Jurassic World theme park feel to it, which is really nice. But this is why I say there is like really random places that a Blippi should be, but there's not a Blippi. Why isn't there one in there? Like, you have built this, so use it. It just seems such a waste, and that would have been a lovely place for, I don't know, shopkeeper Blippi, I don't know, something. So for the DINO dig area we do have this interaction with it to find fossil. So it's dig time. So grabbing the spade, and for the squares we're just going to dig each one. So I will show you where I found the fossil. I have no idea if this fossil moves around into the different squares for each server. So it's just going to be a lot of digging for you, I'm afraid, until you find it. I actually teamed up with this bacon person at one point, so we were digging away, they were doing one, I was doing one. Many hands make light work. You do at least get Blippi coins for digging, so I suppose it's not something done in vain. So I actually found fossil down in this area. Ta-da! I was so happy to find it. So it's literally right where you pick the pickaxe up from. And what's nice, I did try and go and find Bacon Person, but then they disappeared. I was like, come on, I found it, come on, come on. Turns turned around and they were gone. This was lovely. So you have these little pads and it opened up the waterfall. So you have to stand on it just long enough obviously to open it. And then we have, it kind of looks like somebody that does like the whitewater rafting. So again, we've got this nice little kind of side interaction with the map that we have to pickaxe and mine all of these bricks to get down here. For me, these are sort of just like boredom busters. There's something different, just so it's not kind of constant running around just finding characters. And again, like the dinosaurs move, Blippi moves, there's just so much life, it's lovely. So we have paleontology Blippi. Again, we've got a lovely T-Rex Blippi sort of in a costume. So I'm assuming you need a friend so you both stand on the pads at the same time. I didn't have anyone who could come in, but obviously look at the torches when you stand on the pad, they drop down. So I'm assuming the boulder's open, but I got all the Blippis on the index, so I don't know what's behind there, if there's sort of like Blippi coins for doing it. Leave me a comment if you know what happens when two of you stand on the torches and if you get anything for it. I'd be really interested. Again, this is an area that I felt was really underutilised. Like, there's loads of little hidey holes to put Blippis of some sort. Even if you do crystal Blippis or something. It's just a massive space that they just haven't put anything in. You could do stalactite, stalagmite, there's loads of cave related stuff, rock Blippi. See, look, why isn't there one up there with the cardboard boxes? You're kind of sending me up there because I can climb it. Just be mindful here as well. So inside the cave you do have some squares. So again, there may be some Blippi coins or something in there. I don't know, obviously, as I said, if fossil moves, but if it does move and you've dug around all up on the top, come into the cave and see if it's moved into here. That's just ridiculous. Like, they've got such a load of space, it's wasted. And then you come down here and you've got sort of microphone and cameraman Blippi. So random. Making our way back onto sort of where the bridge is now. And this is a little thing as well that I've noticed. Even some of the areas are in Blippi's colours of blue and orange, like the planks, the walkway planks to get up. So obviously just waiting for one, I thought I'd hatch an egg. And we can see the dinosaur coming in, and if you stand on the bridge, again, this is just a lovely piece of script into this game. You jump on it and it flies you off, you can ride it. I absolutely love this. This is such a good quality game. But off it flies and we can see the Blippi on the tree, so we just need to jump off here. And we've got another, microraptor, that's what it's called. So you've got microraptor, so Blippi in another costume there. But similarly, like, because you've got some of T-Rex, you've got the microraptor, you could easily then transfer that to animals. So tiger, panda, bear, that would be another avenue to go down with this game to fill up some of these spaces they should have used in the first place. You've got Explorer just on the top there if you run round. You don't have to run round. Obviously in True Judgment TV style, I've done it the most awkward way. You can just go up the ramp to that one. There's Vine Blippi. So what was weird, you can see the movement in the tree there. That is Leaf Blippi, and it says feeding a big dinosaur as a hint. I think that's a bit unfair because it's quite far away from the dinosaur area and there's no dinosaur eating it. So if you go kind of across the tree line or the kind of map boundary, and we're making our way across here to the ones that look like, I want to say sort of dragon fruits, kind of how they're styled, maybe like artichokes. But there is Leaf Blippi dancing there. Moving round to the beach now. So another surprising thing was that none of the crabs was a Blippi, and I thought that would have been really nice, especially given how many of the crabs there are. You would have had to find the right one. I love that you go automatically into your scuba diving gear when you come into the beach. That's really nice bit of scripting. Beach Blippi in the shade of the palm tree there. Love the moai one, that's very well done. Just the quality of the index characters is just really nice. I can't get over it, to be fair. We have rock climbing Blippi, although that's not really a massive rock. I would have thought maybe up the mountain where the zip line would have been better for that one. And you have off-road Blippi. So now into the water, and we have sort of a shipwrecked pirate ship here, or Viking ship it's feeling like, with the shields on the outer edge. I think I'm definitely going to go with Viking ship. And we have Crow's Nest Blippi. Land ahoy. I don't think you've done your job there very well because you've shipwrecked them on an island. And then into the water. And again, just look how they filled the map out. Look at the attention to detail. It really does feel like you are underwater, which is lovely. They've got the animals swimming around. And they've only got certain little areas that are causing bubbles as well. It's not bubbles throughout. We have a nice scuba Blippi. And what makes this area quite nice is you've got some in the shade and some in the sunlight, exactly as it would be underwater. We have submarine Blippi going round, can't miss that one. was surprised none of the jellyfishes were a Blippi, but one to add in an update. They make really nice use of kind of caves to go in and explore. But again, this is where I say the sort of side quest is so easy, because there is the rusty key and there is the treasure chest. You could have put the rusty key like on the Viking ship so it was far enough away from that treasure chest to make it a bit more of a challenge. But we do find treasure Blippi. We have paddleboard Blippi. I wonder if they would feel so comfortable paddleboarding knowing that there was a massive shark right underneath them. That's one of my sort of phobias, going in the sea and sort of like not being able to see what's underneath me. So for the Blippi animals, you can't miss them. They are blue and orange. So we find the whale. And again we have canoe, but look at the life again. It looks like they're canoeing, they're moving around the map. I love it. We have floaty Blippi chilling out here. I did just say some of the animals will be blue and orange. Don't be fooled by some that look at the colours. They have to have the bow tie and the glasses. So going down what looks like a well, and this is Poseidon's lair. So we have statue Blippi as we are going through the tunnel. And there is Poseidon. Lovely shipwreck in this area here. It's really nicely stylised. But again, very surprising there wasn't Blippis down here. What an awesome place to put one. I mean, I don't think you can really do skeleton Blippi, that just doesn't really go with the theme, but something. Sword Blippi, I don't know, something in this shipwreck to make use of it. Coming in here we have pufferfish, and again I love like the rays as if it was like breaking through the rock. That is a really nice touch as well. It's these little kind of attention to detail for me that really elevate maps. So you will see that I've hatched a pet and it is following me. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that dinosaur because I'll just make an idiot of myself. But look how the pet walks with you. Again, it doesn't just float, it's walking. loved pearl. So the oyster shell will open and then it will close again. So you are going to have to be the right place at the right time. Again, with different servers, I don't know if it's different clamshells, but that is where I found my pearl. But that does really just bring that little bit of challenge to this game. So I would say for updates, definitely do some more like that. And we find starfish in sort of the shallower waters. It was a little trickier getting out of the water onto the islands, but there are areas that will let you out. This one, X marks the spots, with the hint for that. Where's the X? There's no X for that, so the marker is obviously run out, it's not working, or it's magic marker and you need a special light to see it, but there's no X there. So I would say change the clue or pop the X in for that one. And we have the Blippi take on the Statue of Liberty. So this one is obviously going to be the Statue of Blippity. Again, I love that play on words, that's really clever. And then we have Mermaid Blippi on the rocks here. Or shouldn't that be Merman Blippi? So the lighthouse was a little bit temperamental, I had to come back to be able to interact with it. So if the interact doesn't come up, just leave and go back again. And then we have Lighthouse Blippi, of course, at the top here. Why are they always old people that are in the lighthouses? You never see in films or TV programmes that they're young people in lighthouses that often. And then you have Fisherman Blippi just fishing off the island there. Let's hope he doesn't catch the shark. So we have the legendary golden egg, which I've found on the beach. Again, I don't know if they stay there or not, but I'm not really hatching pets, so I'm not particularly bothered by the eggs, to be honest. And then just down a bit from the beach, you can see the beach in the background there. So this is between the beach and the hospital. We find the zip wire. And again, you can interact if you want to. Moving round now into the Candyland. And I mean, again, just the quality of the map is so nice. They have done such a good job with these areas. We have another interaction, but again, where's the Blippi? What's the point? Like, why can't you have sort of like engineer Blippi or something in there? I don't know what you can have in there. Worker Blippi at least. It just seems a waste of time, unless they want to kind of do red herrings, but if you build in the area, use it. And I would say by far, the outside of the map isn't really where it's at. Welcome to Roblox replica of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, and this has been probably one of the best representations of that film that I've seen in a long while. So of course, when they first come into Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, it's all the kind of candy forest, they can eat everything. I love tiny Blippi in the door. We have the chocolate river, and again that pattern is moving, so you get that feeling of movement going. You could have had a swim for chocolate Blippi or something. Or chocolate statue Blippi. You know the chocolate figures that you get at Christmas? It's normally like Santa or Easter Bunny ones. You could have a chocolate one of Blippi. So coming in here, we kind of have the spill or the sewer. So this takes you back into the chocolate land. I will show you what these are later on. I didn't quite get why I couldn't jump on them, but you do have chocolate behind of the river here, the chocolate bar. So hold on, I will unveil how to get up those in a moment. So if you climb to the top of the hill, you can see the marshmallows going round the factory. So just make your way to the conveyor belt. And look, even this little movement with the marshmallows is lovely above the map. And here is Marshmallow Blippi. Although that little bit of writing just seems a bit weird, best served lightly toasted, so you're basically saying to eat Marshmallow Blippi, which isn't very nice. So if you go onto the bridge here, you can see this kind of rainbow lollipop. So I went on it and clicked it, and look what has happened to this area here. So they actually become kind of rainbow gumdrops to climb up. So again, that is a lovely little side quest, and the fact that it doesn't tell you what to do as well, it just brings that challenge element, and we can get noob Blippi. Love that one, do more like that. then going into the other open door, I was a bit like, oh, you can't go in any of the offices. I was getting a bit meh. And then you come into this room. And if you have ever seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, this is the room where all the little squirrels are testing the bad nuts. And look how well they have recreated this room. I love it. This is why I say it's one of the best representations of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Why isn't Squirrel Blippi in here and Nut Blippi? That would have literally just sealed the deal for me. The best room in this game. But unfortunately they've missed a trick on that one. Maybe something to consider for an update. I mean, you could have even done the characters out of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory as Blippies. And then I think you've got the opportunity, if you want to carry the theme on, to do the room where they burp and then they fly, and then you could have like flying Blippi or burping Blippi. I'd go like all out. I'd just do Charlie and the Chocolate Factory everything. We have candy corn Blippi. Again, leave me a comment if that is any good, because I'm tempted to get some, but obviously I don't want to buy a load and it kind of be rank. Is it worth me trying to find some candy corn? It doesn't actually taste like sweet corn, does it? Because I don't think I'll find that very appealing. By finding the key, we can get into the gingerbread house to get Cookie Blippi. I love that one. Can't believe I ran past that. Straight outside of the Chocolate Factory you have Lollipop. And then just by the entrance, the only strawberry lace, and I missed it. Looking a lot like a Twizzler or a Red Vine. One of my favourite sweets ever. And then we are going into the haunted house. It is getting into that spooky season. We are nearly in October already. Again, we've got some nice stylising outside of the haunted house, but much like the Chocolate Factory, just wait until we get into that area itself. So again, the outside of this area looks a bit underutilised, and also they haven't tapped into sort of Halloween themes, so you could have Blippi in a series of costumes like, I don't know, zombie, werewolf, Frankenstein, anything like that, mummy. It's just not in here for this area. Again, we've got a lovely interaction to the trapdoor, and you can get to these rooms another way as well. We sort of have a Halloween playroom down here. We have paranormal cameraman Blippi. They have got some really random ones in here, and then some of the obvious ones are missing. So we've got paranormal detective Blippi. Well, they're certainly in the right house here. This house is full of ghosts, full of moving objects by themselves. The painting move. I love these kind of doors and walls that rotate. We have vampire Blippi. I just love this map. This is, oh, I can't get over this game. This is so well done. Look at the pictures turning and everything. Like, I do feel like I'm in a haunted house. Although it's slightly bright for a haunted house, I'd maybe dim it down a little bit. We find grandfather clock in the room. And then from the big spider web that we just came out of, so there's the spider web and that door there is to grandfather clock. This is where I found the ghost coming out of. So we're back into the spawn location. Again, as I said, there's multiple ways to get into the different rooms, so it's slightly confusing. You have Mona Lisa Blippi, of all things, on the wall. I mean, if you were going to go down that line with the paintings, you could do kind of a museum and have some more of the famous art pieces. Again, I didn't get the box of bats. Yes, it's sort of an interaction with the map, but again, bat Blippi could have come out of that, so you interact and then have to touch the right bat. It just gives a point to that sort of thing. As they're not turning around and having a ghost pop up at you. Up in the attic area, so if you go to the light and interact, it takes you outside of the haunted house. So don't forget to go ahead and get witch before you leave. And this is where I say sort of you've got the tunnels, you've got different ways to get into these rooms. See, and this is the tunnel that comes back out to the spawn location of the haunted house. There are some empty rooms, so plenty of space to add some more. Now you haven't got Pumpkin Blippi. Where's Pumpkin Blippi? But again, love the interaction here. So push the bed and you've got Bed Blippi. I think they've missed the point, but in a house like this, I would probably be hiding underneath the bed as well. I don't know where else you can get kites, but it did come past the front of the haunted house here. So this is where I collected that one. But there we have it, an absolutely awesome game. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you real soon in my next video. Bye!